Hey, Heath, it's 10:30. You haven't made your video yet. So? Heath, it's 10:30, you haven't started making your video yet, and you haven't even done your 1600 words. Dude, you need to do those every day. Go away. I'm reading. I don't care. What can be more important than the video and the story? Dude! Wheel of Time. Book 13. Piss off. Yeah, I am recording this at 10:30. I haven't started writing my story yet, but I will get to that before I go to sleep, because I don't have a 7 AM start at work tomorrow. I have a 12 PM one, which is noon, not midnight, people. Yeah. I have never mentioned Wheel of Time here yet. I really should. It is my favorite book series ever, because it's just wow! Written by Robert Jordan, who unfortunately died after the 11th book was finished. Robert Jordan is actually a pen name. I can't remember the real name off the top of my head. But he's also written a lot of the Conan the Barbarian books, so you've probably heard of him in some fashion. Yes, the 13th book came out yesterday, however that was Melbourne Cup Day here in Australia, and in many senses, it is the race that stops a nation, because none of the deliveries came in. I had to wait till today to get it, and let me tell you, it was probably the longest 24 hours of my life between waking up. Well, it was not 24 hours, but between waking up on Tuesday and knowing that a book was available that I have been waiting for, and that I could not touch it until after I finished work on Wednesday, was physically painful for me. I did a 7 AM to 3:30 PM shift on earlier today. It was difficult, customers were a pain in the ass, and after all of that, I walked half an hour to a shopping centre, got the book, put a pre-order on Kirby's Epic Yarn, got Pokemon Platinum for that LP, played Platinum on the Rumbly bus ride back home, and excepting the hour and a half that I was in a band, I played tuba in a youth brass band, excepting the half hour I was doing that, I have been nose deep in that book, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm worried that I made some of you panic when I started talking about it, but I'll use that on Carnivore, since it has inner focus anyway. No, it doesn't. Zubat does, so flinch wouldn't affect it. But, yeah, I won't spoil any of the books, save to say, oh, it's good. I liked number 12, which was written in part by Brandon Sanderson, as 13 has been as well, but people, it's still a really good series. The writing has changed, but you sort of went into it knowing that it would have to, and just, it's fantastic. The ideas behind it, the story oh man, it's just good, people. Yeah, let's do it. But, I'm going to finish this battle, do this video, then I have a 1600 odd word chapter to put up of my Nuzlocke, which is actually gaining attention from people within the Nuzlocke boards, which catches me by surprise and also makes me feel all warm and squishy inside. And after that, fuck sleep. Who needs sleep? I am reading that book. Oh, see, I've been too busy loving the book to actually pay attention. Aha! You think that bothers me? I don't have the flute. I will use a berry instead. Yeah, Personberry. I've only got 2? Wow. Oh no, he identified me. Oh crap, now my attack is huge. Yeah. What move did it... Folks, Find out what move that Mighty Yenna could have used, so that it would go after Tyson, despite the fact I used Vital Throw. Keep in mind this is Emerald version, so yeah, find out what move it could have used. I'm suddenly really curious about that. I'm not gonna make that sort of mistake again, guys. I'm not losing Tyson in the same fashion I lost Gallus Fowl. I'm not losing Tyson. That's just... No, I can't let myself do that. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. I've never played any of the Star Fox games, so I don't know how to actually verbalize that quote, what voice to put on it. See, Swagger, okay, now we'll just use Confuse Ray, and just confuse you without making you a much better fighter. Ah, you're burnt. Well done, Naruto. Burning halves your physical attack, so that Golbat can't really do much to me now. And it's dead. I should have just killed it, but I don't know why I used Confuse Ray, just because I could. Toying with you. You got your ass handed to you on a, like, turd platter, alright? This wasn't even silver, it was just a block of turd. Fuck you. No, so it's Beyond Lily Cove. Thanks for that. I am probably going... Oh, you may not recognize where I am, so I'll just... Yeah, you may remember this. Sends me... Oh, I didn't show you. Yeah, that one sends me to get a Max Elixir. And this one sends me along here, which sends me to that whole... the rest of the building, cavern thingy. I shouldn't have gone this direction, but let's go anyway. Yep, there's nothing there. There may be a random item, but... Thank you, Jelly. Okay, good. Thank you to the fella who told me where I can get the Super Rod, as well as the Good Rod, which I just missed. But, they are both a fair way off, apparently. Moss Deep City. Why am I flying? So I can heal and throw away more. Yeah. The loss of Bob is really gonna hurt. He's a good defensive Pokemon for me, and... Why am I calling him Bob? Because I'm thinking of Locke's hard mode again. I named Connery after, Notepads. Blue version LP, Sandslash, and Bob is a Sandslash in the comic I plugged yesterday, and Sandslash is just always cool, but... See ya. Bye-bye, Connery. And so now my team is 4 that I'm using, and a Pokemon that's just really sitting there, isn't it? Kaboom! Okay, folks, let's look around. Purple could be useful. Despite what I said about color change, it can actually, you know, benefit the team. Okay, I am going to bring Purple in. Purple, welcome to the party. Next part we'll have a grinding session. Probably just a lazy grind, because I don't want to waste time where I could be reading Towers of Midnight. But, yeah, next part we'll have a training montage for Cyniac, Flyza 97, right? Yeah, 97. Yeah, that's the numbers. He commented. And he said that he told me the numbers while he was watching the video, so I suppose I should try to remember what he said. Even if I couldn't actually hear him. I mean, really? Nah, it's all good. Yeah. I'm too preoccupied with what happens in that book to really be interesting here. If you haven't heard of the series, The Wheel of Time, this massive fantasy series, it currently has 13 books that follow the main plot. One behind-the-scenes sort of like look at the world at large book called the world of the Wheel of Time, and a prequel book that definitely should be read after you've read the first few, not before, that sort of explains how the book series, you know, started off where it did, and why things are the way they are in some situations. The first book is called The Eye of the World, and has probably one of the best, like, prologue opening chapters of any book I've read, and then drags quite badly for the next, for almost half the book. I've got to be honest, it goes slow after that, but despite the fairly generic fantasy setup stuff, do not lose faith in it. If you want to pick it up, trust it, and keep reading for a while, because it gets really good. And the thing with the Robert Jordan's writing in particular is that it's a you'll love it or you'll hate it. And so I can understand when people say he was too verbose, he was describing things that didn't matter, and he was mentioning little actions that don't really affect anything. But if you love it, like it is quite clear I do, you will not be able to shut up about it. Everyone I know has seen me carrying one of these tomes of a book around. And, oh shit. Oh, that wasn't clever of me. And, yeah. It will change the way you judge other stories. Yeah, I don't want to spend the entire week rambling about this, which is quite possible if I don't stop myself now.